You are back in the shop with me today, guys, and this week on the channel, I want to show you my unique Kreg jig setup. So, stick around. I'm Stoner Ericson from Ericson Design Company, and let's build something. Ta-da! Now, coming out of the house into the shop, this is the entrance into the house, I have right here this little cabinet. Now, this is my main desk in the shop. It has this slide out drawer, and this is where I do a lot of my list making and checking and stuff, but this is my little desk in the shop. But when I was building the shop, I was looking for creative space-saving solutions to have all my tools set up and serve multi-functions. So in this cabinet, I did something really kind of cool. So in this cabinet, I have my Kreg Jig Station. It's always here, it's always set up, it's always ready to go. Got my drill with the actual bit on it, my other drill with the hog out bit on it. I have this cool little magnet shelf. You can find those in the link in the description below. All of this stuff will be linked down below. But this, holds the Allen wrench, extra screws. And then I have this cool little multi-screw holder that I kind of keep up here. Now, directly below the Kreg Jig Station, in this drawer, I have my Kreg jig storage. So I've got these little clamp it things. I'm going to show you how to use those. All of my extra larger boxes of screws, little pocket hinge setters, Kreg jigs clamps. Anything that goes with the Kreg jig is going to live right here in this cabinet. That way, I'm not searching all over the shop looking for my Kreg jig stuff. So it really makes a compact Kreg jig station that I don't have to hang up or put somewhere else or put in a box. It's always there, it's always ready to go. So you can see it hangs out here about 2.5 inches, and that's the kind of extra space that I needed to make this thing function properly. It's so tight that this handle can't be up underneath this shelf, so it actually folds down and fits away perfectly. So let's use it and let's see how the dust collection works on it. So this is where I like to set up the cabinet when I'm doing the Kreg jigs, multiple Kreg jig stuff. If I'm just doing something little, I'll do it really quick over there. I won't hook up dust collection, but one of the reasons that I like it over here is because this cabinet is flush with my table saw. It's my outfeed table. I have 2 of them, and it has to be flush here. So when I'm doing lots of cabinet drawer fronts or rails for doors, I can easily just stack them up there, pull them over to the system. The second reason is I have a Rockler mat right here. It's super comfortable on my feet and my back. So if I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff, I want to stand on something really comfortable. And number 3 is my dust collection is right here for my smaller tools. I have a shop vac right up here on the ceiling hanging up. And then I have a little relay switch down here that I can turn it on and off with very easily. Now, I have a 4-inch system, the Dust Right dust collection system. It works really well. But when you go from the 4-inch to a 2.5, to a 1, it's really gonna lose a lot of suction on that. So the best way for me to get really good suction on my smaller port tools is to have this little shop vac up here hooked to this relay. Super simple setup. I'll go ahead and I'll pull my bottom drawer out, the one right below the Kreg jig stand. Now these are rated for 100 pounds per side, so it's a 200-pound drawer. Now I'm gonna be pushing down with a lot of force, so I slide this one out, then I slide this guy out, and it's so tight that it actually rests right on that drawer. So now I have 400 pounds of pressure pushing down, and it really doesn't give that much. I'll grab my hose, I'll snake it over, hook it to my port. When I'm ready to rock, I'll flip on the dust collection, and then I can make multiples of all kinds of stuff with the Kreg jig. So now that the Kreg jig station is set up, I'll just make a quick little box and show a couple tricks and tips that I use with Kreg jig that might help you out in the future. And again, the reason why I'm making this video is because I was looking for creative solutions for space-saving ideas, and I came up with this one. So hopefully one of you will see this and it might work in your shop. Now you could take this exact thing, just have it on a board and hang it on a wall, but you gotta pull it off the wall, you gotta clamp it to somewhere. This is just always lives here and it's always ready to go. So let's get into it. I have some scrap 3/4 inch plywood, finished plywood, and I'm gonna set my table saw for 4 inches, flip on the dust collection. I'm gonna zip these right through. It's funny how much these are blowing out when it's just the corner that's actually 4 1/8. I'm just cutting 1/8 of an inch off and it's just chipping all out. No dust collection on that.
I'll switch the dust collection over to the chop saw, set up one wing. Because I'm going to be making repeatable cuts on this side, I'll go ahead and measure my 16 inches, and then I'll move my little stop block over, my fence over, and mark it down. That way I can get exact same cuts on each one. If you like fun and creative videos like this, hit that subscribe button. Do it, and do it now. Now over at the Kreg Jig Station, I have the dust collection on here, and you can see it's sucking up almost 100% of the dust in that little shoe and that boot. With a little bit of a closer look, you can see how much dust collection I'm getting with my vacuum attachment here. I mean, I'm getting almost 100% of the dust. When I go ahead and I pull this little boot off, you can really see how much dust this little drill makes. It's a lot of large chips. I think that's why it does so well with the dust collection, because it's not super fine dust, it's really chippy stuff. So you can see here, man, without that dust collection, there's dust everywhere. But I'm going to go ahead and use actually the hose in the boot and clean up all the dust on the actual Kreg Jig Station. Leave me a comment of what you think about this setup and if you would do it in your shop.
Now, Kreg Jig is a really strong joinery system, and it's super awesome, super easy to do. It's great for beginners, it's great for everyone, it's great for advanced people as well. But there is a trick to how the Kreg Jigs work. You want to make sure you're going into the meat of the wood, not to the end of the wood. Let me show you real quick. So if you're running your Kreg Jigs like this from the outside, you're just going to go straight into here, right? You're only going to catch the tip of it. This isn't the correct way to do it. This is not going to give you the strength and the tensile strength that you need. You would want to have that come up from underneath and go through into the meat of the wood. That way you get all right here. So this is good, this is no. No. Yes. Guys, if you're not subscribed, go over and do it. We're up 50 subscribers in a week and a half, so we're doing something right, and thanks to all you subscribers for your support. The Kreg Jig is a really strong joint, but every time I use it, every time I use glue, no matter what. I use Type-On 3 glue, and I make sure I put it on there. It just adds that extra element of support. Now here I'm going to use those clamp it little guide tracks here. You clip them over the edge. You can do top and bottom, and they have 3/4 and 1/2 inch. You can get them at Rockler. I absolutely love them. They line up and guide and keep everything right, nice and straight while I'm screwing it down. And if you've ever used Kreg Jigs before, that first initial screw can kind of pop it off. You can see that one in the first one. But as I work my way around, I just gently hold it in place. These little guides really help out. And man, it just makes for such a tight, clean system and just such a lovely edge. I'll just wipe off the glue, and man, I love the Kreg Jig. Kreg Jig is one of the easiest, fastest, most secure joinery system for woodworkers to date. You can get into mortise and tenons, just straight glue ups, but a Kreg Jig Station like the one we just showed you is perfect for your shop. If you have any questions at all about how I built it, the products that I use, they're all in the link in the description below. I really appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with someone who you think might like it. And I'm Stoner Ericson from Ericson Design Company, and we built something. Ta-da!